which we sort of covered last week as an addition, but we're really going into detail with it today. It's the third of our counters, we call it vanguard. Rather than most of our defences pretty much set quite back and close into us, this is where we actually rush out and eat into this incoming attack quite heavily. It's a nice option for several types of attack. You want to press into the attack but you're being attacked, so you can just break straight in. You're more defensive as a nature, but you need to step forward at the moment for whatever reason. There's numerous ways this thing can be used. Figure out how you best go about it. There's so many different forms to this, but with some of the basics there, we're going to be alright. This, again, looks like all counters. Down here, defend. Up here, hit. It's basics, but this is by and large how we're going to run this. What we're really going to pay attention to, cross guards are going to get particular use of this skill set. Because we're going to start eating this cut right into our quillian. So rather than blocking with the base of the blade, we're into the quillian now. We're really starting to utilise these things. People who don't have them, don't worry, I have solutions to that little problem. Problem character over there. So, the way to enter this is again, think of this like riposting for a cut. Is the best way I can think about describing this one. So, cut angle, illustrating, nothing wrong there. We're going to make one particular attention now. Is this gap between the inside of his blade and his ear. This is my target spot. Don't worry about his head, I can deal with that in a second. This is the threat. Deal with this first, then we can deal with that mug shot. Happy? How am I going to do it? Sit in a centre guard. So you literally hold your guard here, like you literally, no, I don't want you fucking anywhere near me. So this you do extended, centred, and up. As long as point is aimed at them in some fashion. That's the first bit. Everyone happy? You're going to go, right, I don't want you to frustrate me, so I'm going to try and snap it. Notice I've not gone for his head. Everyone get in, you can get relatively close and see how I've actually blocked that. I'm actually blocking with the quilling, I'm pushing forward. You can do this quite easily. Because if my hand's there, well, it wouldn't be the other way around, but that's awkward. I'm literally pushing my hand onto the blade, so there's not a great deal of action required. I just have to punch the incoming attack. Does that make sense? The trick, and when you actually get in the other direction, is I'm actually thrusting it in between that gap. Now it creates two very real problems for it. One, if he tries to cycle around the other side, what's going to happen? I'm there. I'm sorry too late. If he tries to escape around to the side to try and continue his attack, I'm there. There is nothing he can do at this point that's going to save him. Right, there is a couple of things he can do. But the main thing here is, notice the timing of this defense. I'm not waiting for this to come to me. I'm going to eat. So if I just sit here and just try and sit here, yeah, that works. But look how much room he has to respond. He can just translate straight to a high wall from that position, and I'm back in no shit position. As soon as I step forward, what's he got? Can you do my roll? Not in the same time, but it's going to need to get my back edge into his neck. Does this make sense? Now, those astute of you who remember last week's little session will somewhat recognise this particular manoeuvre from Dreadnought. Shot comes in. Here, as he goes round, literally, drop it straight in. Does that make sense? This is exactly where it is. You have it all the way back here, but I'm still meeting that attack right ahead of time. So we're always forward here, but I need to mean incoming strike and get it there. Even a point for you to screw him up. Does that make sense? Give vanguard a go. It's tricky. If you have masks, for the love of fuck, wear them. If you don't, go slow. Take this one easy. Happy?
Single-handed, you can do that into a two-hander?
Which one arm sword? Arm sword.
If he drives in, catches it with the quillings, puts weight behind it, not a lot you can do. Timing is really important though, because the quillings are short.
Yeah.
But if you catch it, just as effective.
What if you don't have cross guards?
Viking.
There you go.
Good question. Here's my answer. In this strike, I won't be able to block with the quill. So I parry. I'm literally doing a jag step, twist flipping the wrist inside to create a very small dynamic parry. Oh fuck yeah. Look, you're looking to knock that attack off just enough that you can get inside. So if I'm here, no, I don't like you there. You tell the force as I step in, it's snap and immediately reverse back in. So watch. I'm in, snap, and straight back up. The moment that's going down, that's not as much of a threat. Is it a lingering threat? Oh, absolutely. Not as much as this is, like I said, it's a good neck. Makes sense? Any questions? By the way, that works with the timer as well.
What's really wrong?
As Joe demonstrated last night.
Indeed.
Awesome. Any questions on that, guys? Take it slow. Get the timing of this. Really focus on time. I want you to take it really fucking slow to start with. Make sure you're stepping in deep enough and far enough to get that lock in sooner. Attackers. What should you be feeling? And it's when you start feeling back to your opponent. When you're drilling, let your opponent know how this affects you as an attacker. It lets them know what they can do afterwards, what options they have in terms of counter. The main things you're going to do for you as attacker, your attack will start there. There's going to be none of this pulling through, pushing through, warding, none of that crap. Your attack's okay, fine, it's locked in. If you feel like you've got some movement, the counter is wrong. Tell them. If you feel like you continue to strike through into them, don't tell them, just fucking do it. Does that make sense? Play, develop it. We will kind of fine tune. This sort of counter has so many variables, variants, that realistically you have to look at a range of options. As long as you guys are coming from the basics, and when you see it, we'll teach you how to dodge out of it. Because that's about the only fucking answer you've got left. But that's later on. Get the counter right first, then we'll look at answers. Happy?
When you're stepping into the opponent to do this,
Yes.
is it a straight at the opponent or is it more of a passing step?
I wouldn't pass and step into this for two reasons.
Okay.
So I'm not going to use the way. Cook comes in. If I pass and step to here,
Yeah.
where am I aimed?
Off to the side.
Right. I want to aim here.
Okay.
Why am I looking here? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The bit I'm after is going to be in its fucking middle anyway.
Yeah.
There's no need to worry about this up here, because I'm stopping it down here.
Yeah.
Unless it's got a magic joint now, I haven't fucking realised. Stupid shaped weapons. That's why I hate. I'll go there. Complete cut. Stop. You can see how it's in the centre already. It's literally on his shoulder line. So why am I need to worry about this bit?
Well, with using a single hander, mechanically, if you do a passing step like that, you've got a straight line.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're kind of doing this one here, it's coming to the side of yours, which can give it more force into single hand.
So rotate blade around. If you're, so at the minute, when you hold your blade there, everyone pay attention to this one, because this is really fucking important. It's a really good lesson. Hold your blade around. Williams, look at the angle of that. The strength of this blade is actually top and bottom right now. So if anything plunges to the side, it's got no strength. Where's the strength of that blade now? Pointing in the line of the brilliance. Ooh, magic! It's not magic, it's physics. So as it's coming in, I will turn my pulling around to capture optimum angle. And ooh, that exposes that back edge to go stick in the neck. It's less about way of placing the blade in terms of X, Y, it's more about Z rotation.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Really clever question though, I like it. That's the sort of fine detail that gets around people. But really useful for quilling users. Whenever you have an option to catch the sides with a clever quilling placement, it saves you a fuck ton of time and work. Do it. Any more questions?
Does it matter which end you catch it with?
Yes. And this comes down to hand position. Watch how I'm going to turn my hands out to keep my structure behind my blade. Both hands are behind that blade. And bottom and back of the head as I do it. Turn out to talk to it.
But that shows you how quickly I can
You're also just trying to get the shorter, so you're way over what I said anyway.
Not just that. Think about trying to support this blade as I'm doing it. If I try with short edge, I'm twisting my arm out. I'm having to go in to go that way, rather than in to go that way. There are ways and means, but we won't do them now because I've talked way too fucking much. It's gonna be aware of that as a problem. We'll look at that as another option for that later because it does become useful against bigger, stronger opponents. Bye. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good question. Any more? Right, I've talked enough. Go fuck at each other.